Alright, today we're making a meat pie using the pot roast that we made the other day. We are going to be following the recipe out of the Betty Crocker cookbook for the crust. So we're going to be using the 2-crust recipe and we're going to put it in some mini tins. So we'll start by using 2 cups of sifted flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2/3 cup lard, and 1/4 cup of water. One cup of flour, 2 cups of flour, our salt, a teaspoon, and our lard. This is a 1/3 cup. Now we start working it in here. As you can see, we have a pretty good dough ball. It could use just a little more hydration, but it's not bad, and I'm going to just work with it. First, we're going to get some of this fat out of here. As you can see, it's pretty gelatinous already, so we're not going to need to add a lot of cornstarch. Since it's already pretty gelatinous, we're going to start with about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and that'll probably be good for what we're using. We're mostly just trying to get it warm and thick. So we're now going to preheat our oven and put our sheet in here preheated so we don't run down the temperature. I've got 2 sheets of parchment paper, which I'm going to use to roll out the crust. We're going to start by taking about half the crust. And we'll begin with the rolling process. As you can see, this is why I don't make my own pie crusts. We'll need to stretch this just a little bit to fit in our pan. Unless it doesn't want to stretch. We weren't quite hydrated enough. Well, it's not pretty, but it should work. Now we've got our beef. I'm going to skim out some of the fat and put this in the microwave for a minute so we could heat it up and get this process going a little bit faster. Now that we've got it good and pureed, we're going to put it in the microwave and heat it up. Now it's time to get our pies filled. I'm going to put a little hole in the center. I'm going to add the gravy. Probably still enough to fill a 9-inch pie. Our gravy is slightly more malleable now that it's warmed up. Gonna spoon some gravy in there. Now it's time to put our tops on. Last time I made this, it was with Grandma, and it went a lot smoother than this, let me tell you. We gotta cut our design in the top now to let the air out. Now it's in the oven, they go at 400 for at least 20 minutes, maybe 30. We have to get this nice and golden brown. Alright, they've been in the oven about 25 minutes and they've got a nice light golden brown. I checked the internal temperature and it's up to 184. So this was 25 minutes at 400 degrees. They're looking pretty good right now. We're going to let them rest for a while and then we're going to eat them. Alright, it's still kind of hot, but I'm going to try it now anyways. It's just made from that pot roast, and the pot roast was already pretty good. See the steam coming off of it. Yeah. Tastes like pot roast in a pastry. It's a good way to preserve it, good way to stick it in the freezer and heat it up later when you want another meal.
Yep.
All right.
They're good. They would be good for like prepping meals.